First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with Phillip Rivers and the Los Angeles Chargers. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
Ooh, I tried to
and
kill
he'll
him.
get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Set! 180! 57. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins hard.
A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
I was like, damn, why they got us in the wide alignment? But it was just that
there, and he
particular
nicely
play.
bit off a pretty decent game.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4 at the 27-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4.
Alert!
Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Yeah, good job.
And that's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Now Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Ready! Yellow 20! 22! Hurry! He's crashing! He's checking crack!
A first down carry here for Johnson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Stafford.
Oh, they better not say P.I. They better not. God damn it, man.
Down, however, let's see what that's about. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10, right at the 40. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Chargers' 37-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Stafford. is here as he's taken down. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he's going to go down again.
Yeah, we blitzing. I'm not giving you a chance to look
defense
deep.
with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Davis now to return it. It'll wind up being a net of 41.
Just don't fumble.
9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
What is that?
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Don't get nervous.
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. And this one complete to Jermaine Gresham.
I don't know why he threw it
That
off
one
his back
goes
foot
for
like that.
24 yards.
24-yard gain on the play.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because
Damn, he out 6
most
weeks.
teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good. That middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Oh, what am I thinking? They don't have that play. I don't know why the hell I thought.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down.
This is the damn drag, man.
You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now Stafford to the right and complete to Galladay.
Good ass hit.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pick up there of 20 yards. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. Now Johnson.
Come on, come on.
And
Good
give
job.
him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35.
We got to be on the lookout for
34.
them corner routes.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
2nd and 4.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Putting them to the point to where...
On the ground, this This is Johnson.
Good play,
he
Bosa.
Is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
What do I want to do? I want to unleash the dragon.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd.
Watch the inside release. We got our eye on what's the name?
57's the mic. Rock 57.
Out of the gun, Stafford.
Told you.
And this
Spotlighted
is going to be incomplete.
I trust Derwin.
Not only was the call spot on, how about
He
the
already on the
execution
what's the
of
name
that
too?
defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this one is right down Broadway. Remember, Prater has hit from 64 earlier in his career. This one not quite as long, but good from distance nonetheless. Prater now will send it away following the made field goal.
Do you want to bring this out? Yeah,
That's
we'll bring
fielded
it
in
out.
the end zone. And he'll weave his way
I didn't know if I wanted to bring it out.
A few yards shy of midfield.
Hell of a return.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One
It
first
really
down,
is.
you're almost in field goal position.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
That throw into the arms of Allen. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
You need to get Mike involved before he get upset.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And
Good
it's
pick.
intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan
I didn't know if you was
Davis.
going to get there. I had to test you one time.
There as his guys will
Had to
get the
test you one
football
time just to
back.
see if you got it.
He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a
Okay,
whole
I'll test you one
because
time, see if
you
you
have
got
to
it.
find
You
a
can do
way
it,
to
then I
make
won't do
those
it no more.
interceptions quote-unquote go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Stafford. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line
I
has
take my
allowed this
blessings
first
when I get
quarter.
them.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math
Got a
here.
good-ass
To be
team. You
sacked
gotta
12
take it when you
times
get it
in a
now.
game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions
right now,
who have the
I can-
football as they've got it with a 2nd down coming
I don't
up.
necessarily want to have to run zone right now if I don't have to. If I can hold off on having to run zone right now, I will. I want to be able to use that strategically.
Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now it's Stafford.
Nope.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact.
I saw the
Brings
film.
up
He bank
2nd
on
down.
throwing them corner routes and
And it is
stuff
true.
to
You can draft the
TJ Hawkinson.
fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Back off.
3rd and long. It's Stafford. Flush to his right.
Damn.
The catch. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A
That's on
very
me.
solid gain of 27.
I didn't have nobody out there. So it put me in a bad position, and then he came back to the ball sooner than I was.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Johnson.
Take the knees out. Hey, that's a big back.
King making the tackle.
Don't try to be out there making Superman.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
We can play coverage. We got a good pass rush.
– 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Stafford.
Waited on him.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Elevated.
Picked off by Melvin Ingram. Fights through
That
and now
was
a
glitchy
crease.
as fuck.
There he goes left side.
That was
and he
glitchy as
brings
fuck.
this one back. It's a pick 6 and
I waited on
Charger
it, dude.
TD. The big boy's big dream right there. He got to rumble and stumble all the way.
That was
for
glitchy
6.
as fuck.
Nothing like big man with football, is
He
there?
shouldn't have broke out on
that
tackles
brings
like
people
that.
onto their feet every single time, and his dream was answered on that one, wasn't it? It was realized. He picks it off and takes it to the end zone.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone.
Yeah, I
No
lurked.
run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ooh, excuse me. My apologies. That was rude.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
They put him there naturally by himself.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson.
That's what we're
And
looking
not much
for.
to speak of. Call it a
Make them
1-yard
tackles.
gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping,
Like, I don't want to have to
those
blitz
big
if I don't
defensive
have to.
linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease
keeping
that they
my
can
ass
run
off of
through.
whoever's
Didn't
holding
happen on that
on.
play.
Whoever's holding
The last
pockets
play
in
got
there.
just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
I learned my lesson. Should be a stick.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground and picked up by the Chargers.
I was like, it should be a stick. Once I saw that short motion,
19-yard
I was
line.
like, there should be a stick.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
I blocked the wrong
Meanwhile,
person.
here,
I should
run
have
on
left the
first
play
down
alone.
really backfires as he's
That's
going to
my
be
fault. I
brought
should have
down
left the play
well
alone.
behind the line of scrimmage.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the
We'd
edge.
been good if I would have just left it alone.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rivers. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
I was wondering when you were going to start
Romeo
blitzing.
Okwara. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Truth
Okay,
be
you know
told,
my
I really
bias
was.
is about to come out
Oh,
here.
shit. Don't
A
let
lot
me
of
sit
people
back
think
here all
that the
day.
offense is just moving in the wrong direction.
You better start
I'd
bringing
say
that
they're
heat.
moving in the right direction because the defense is
don't.
pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
The screen good for 6, but it's not enough
Check out
as it
there,
leads
though. We
to a
have a good
4th
amount. We ain't
down.
got to force it.
Brandon, I won't go overboard here, but it looks like he's off to another nice start after what he did last week when he was the AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, obviously, a great start to
We
the
ain't gotta
season,
force it.
doing it in week 1. He's one of those guys we maybe had pegged for a big year, showing out so far.
Hey, you did say that to me in preseason. Looks like you're on target.
So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it.
I'm like,
That has to feel like a
they gonna fuck
letdown.
around and
You
let him get
always stand ready to pounce.
Let him get his X Factor
Always.
activated. That's going to be the last of Mohicans.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Hey, middle. 57's a mic. 57's a mic. Hey, let's get off the field, D.
I don't know what he's doing. I'm expecting some type of corner route there from
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. Looking left sideline, incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Here I come again.
Operating from the gun, Stafford.
Good job. I knew he was throwing an out route, well, corner route.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to
whatever
convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
I just left the running back
Sam
alone.
Martin now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
Let's go, Davis.
Returnable here for Davis.
I feel some type of way about
that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return.
I feel some type of way about
offense,
that, but
they've got it set up on the silver platter. 1st and goal inside the 10. A very short field to work with now. 1st and goal after the great punt return. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
What I would do.
Here's Rivers. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
Do I trust him? That's the question of the day. They in zone. Okay. Timeout.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
I was like, do I trust him? No. And then when I saw that he was in zone, I ain't get the animation I'm looking for. Especially not down there and how far off, because he wasn't really, it wasn't stacked. So.
Round 80. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run there, and now
we got a good lead. No need to
area here on 4th and goal.
Anything else?
Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Sometimes you just take the points.
But psychologically,
I got the better team. I should win.
But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hey,
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency.
All right.
Move the ball at least a few times on offense. Get a couple of first downs.
I'm just letting you know now, if you're going to keep rolling out the pocket, I'm going to stop
something
that.
to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
At the 34-yard line.
I'm going to give him an opportunity, but he...
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Stafford now to throw.
Damn, I got stuck.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Stuck on
Too
the damn
tough to
man.
hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Let's see
You get a
what
tight
he
end
do.
like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here,
I'm
he's going to
curious
have to
to see what
absorb
he
the
can call.
contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. From the gun, Stafford looking for his running back, and he's got it. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
I got some pretty
A
exotic...
reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season.
Oh, you dropped
A
it.
pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
I'm like, I
Seems
got
to be
some
the
pretty
front
exotic
and the
zone
back end
blitzes, but
pass
I ain't trying to
rush.
put it
They've
on
been able to
film
get
yet.
home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how
So
you
as
put
long
it
as I can
together.
just
The
run
front
man,
and
I'll do
back
it.
working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Damn it. That should have been an interception.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw again. Stafford. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or...
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Stafford now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Stafford.
That's what I was telling you.
Big loss
He
here
wanted
as
to
he's
keep rolling.
taken down. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now
rolling.
for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Said that's what I was going to do.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Back off.
Mike 57.
Here's Stafford.
Yep.
And the pressure gets to him again.
And I
This
just
has been a tough one for
contained.
this
That was just a
offensive
cover
line. It
sack.
appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
We'll keep him in the pocket. I told him I was going to keep him in the pocket. You want to keep rolling out and getting that extra protection. No, boss. I'm going to cut that off.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
Mike 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
Yeah.
Monday.
Operating from the gun. Stafford.
Man, they got to
That's
stop with this.
incomplete,
Come
but
on,
there is
man.
a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of fourth down, first down.
Well, so much for winning the down. You put a lot of emphasis on.
We can't even fucking go for the ball without them saying it's a penalty.
You're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Waiting. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Right side, it's the tight end.
He want to go to Hockenson majority of the time.
He's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
I'm not really seeing a scheme.
The Lions will
I'm
use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Where we at? We right here.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Get your butt over there. Thank you.
To throw is Stafford. And that is incomplete.
I don't know what happened.
Down to 15 seconds now. Danny Amendola, that was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
I expect some type of trips on this play. I'll see whenever he calls this play, but I expect the trips to at least one side. Let's see if I'm right. Gun-wide trips.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Stafford.
It ain't there.
Oh, he lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground.
It ain't there.
And they're going to take a timeout defensively.
We'll at least get
so with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say, we'll see what happens. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time
I stayed
here
in the middle of the field.
He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away.
Good kick.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
There it is. That's the formation I'm looking for. Where's it at? There it is.
The Charger drive about to get going. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them.
There goes Melvin Gordon. He's at the 30, the 20. Touchdown, L.A. Melvin Gordon, 77 yards. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
I'm just fortunate. I've had so many cycles on Madden with other leagues where I've had to play with horrible teams and build them up that it's finally refreshing to get to play with a good team.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Throwing is Stafford. Amendola catching it left side. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
I pressed the button too long.
I know many
fast.
people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a
out.
little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Stafford throwing deep for Galladay.
Yes, sir.
The throw for Galladay is going to be
Get up,
intercepted.
Let's go.
Derwin James with a pick. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
Because I know the team is built on stopping the run, so I mean that's kind of stupid to just.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Marcus Gilchrist there to bring him down. If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Run 80. 52's the mark, boy. 52. Blue down.
3rd and long for Rivers. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete.
Got him, coach.
Well, let's see who this is on. Thought they were going to force a 4th down.
Got him,
Instead,
coach.
P.I. gives him the 1st.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
Following the penalty, here's Gordon. Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And this is scooped
This
up by the
motherfucker tried to
Lions.
pick the ball
Flicks
up
off another.
and missed it. How?
And to the 43.
How did he try to pick the ball up and miss it?
To the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
That is the strangest thing to me. How did you try to pick the ball up and miss
They'll
it?
try to get the offense going with Johnson.
How the fuck does that
Tackle
happen?
made by Thomas Davis.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Wide open receiver complete. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
Lady. Let's go. Watch 41. Watch 41.
On 1st and 10, Stafford.
Ooh, good ass
Open
route.
nose, Galladay complete. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kenny Galladay, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Lions take advantage of the turnover to put up 6. And it's no good. No, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Trying to balance it up some.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
They keep it on the ground.
Damn, I didn't see him.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
I didn't see him. Them damn corners is tackling their ass off. I ain't even gonna lie. But then again, this team is built on stopping the run. That's what they're known for. That's not the... I wanted to block him and smart route him. Okay, thank you.
3rd and long, it's Taylor. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Romeo Okwara picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. On is the Chargers punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Amendola set to return it. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Lions will take over.
We're not really calling anything offense or defense. Because I ain't trying to run the score up. I'm just trying to do enough to get the
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Let's go, G. Tighten up. Let's go, G.
Stafford on 1st down. He's going to air one out. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Casey Hayward.
He keep trying to force him, but I'm not the person to force him on. Excuse me. Oh, shit, he ready.
Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. The Charger drive about to get going, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
Then they got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before.
Damn, I thought they were
shake things up a little bit
to try to get this
offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
I got it. It's just we're going to see if he's going to keep blitzing. I might have to throw some screens.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
We'll find out soon enough.
They go play action. Rivers finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
Los Angeles.
I knew it was going to be open. I just had to make sure I had enough time.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. Gordon, a Pro Bowler for the 2nd time last season, 885 yards, 10 touchdowns, and that was only in 12 games played a season ago. And he also switched jersey numbers in the offseason from 28 to 25, and 25, that's the number he wore when he was dominating the Big Ten college gridiron for the Badgers of Wisconsin.
Are you fucking serious?
Down, but this one is incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
35, so we can run play action.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Throwing Rivers. He's airing it out for Williams. And he will not be able to
I wanted to go
contact. It's incomplete.
to the out route, but they sat on that
down.
quick. So.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt.
To the backspin.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
They sat on that quick.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Stafford. Out to the left there and complete.
Oh, you ain't
to
drinking nobody. I
Hawkinson.
don't even know why you attempted
And he gets
that.
this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Stafford now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick.
Perfect play call at the right time.
Big chunk of yardage
Perfect play
before
call
he
at the right
dropped
time.
inside the 40.
Golly.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Well, partner,
Perfect play call at the right
the
time.
right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Because those DBs like
I
you,
was
they want the
drifting that way. I
interception.
didn't
They're
think
not
he
as
was
worried
going to
about
still
the
throw it
running
over
play.
there.
Not at all. And I still remember being in school
Why would you
that
throw
one of
that
my
over
offensive
there?
line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there.
So I'm like, I'm already drifting that way.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
You can't expect logic with.
Running from the gun, Johnson.
That was my fault.
And he's free.
He was bound to break
Down
one eventually.
outside. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his first touchdown of the new season. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within one score.
All right.
This time, the extra point up and
Go ahead and
good.
turn
As
it
this
on
gets
a
them
little bit
back
more.
within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
Close this out.
Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Yeah. Let's get some offsettings. I want to see.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now it's Taylor. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
First down,
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Double up, double up. Whoa, double up.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Got it. 40's Mike, 40's Mike, right there. 40's Mike. I'm going to run you over.
Now on 2nd and 13. Taylor. And this will be incomplete.
I got it. I was looking for, but he went for
second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Rivers. He's airing it out for Williams. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
We turn out the pressure. We have to let them close this game out. The run D is nice, though.
If you're thinking of a comeback here, you go to 2016. That's when Stafford had an NFL record 8 fourth-quarter comebacks. But last year, despite playing all 16 games, he had 0. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now. But that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Over the middle, it's Amendola.
Stuck in the damn D-line.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll run it with Johnson. And an alley to run. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Damn it, I was trying to...
That's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Joey Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Damn, he already got 8 in 2 games?
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
You're all mine. You're all mine, baby. You're all mine. Zero. 57 to Mike.
Stafford. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
57. Mike, 57. Oh, you got deep?
Third and long. It's Stafford. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up the first and goal.
Perfect pick at the right time.
And pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. For big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. First and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the fourth quarter. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the fourth. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted to tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They go back to Gordon here on 1st down. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he's got this down to the 35. 16 yards, a 1st down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3. Mike 40, Mike 40. All day. Check. You draw Porker.
Now Gordon on 1st
spreading your
down.
line is not going to save you.
Dancing away at the 30. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And
You
he's
pinching
going
and
to get
spreading
it
your
all
line
the
is
way
not going to
down to
save
the
you. I'm
10-yard
still going to bust
line.
that ass.
A big hitter there. A
I
1st
just
down
really
gain
just
of
wanted to make it a
26
game.
yards.
Partner, we've seen Melvin Gordon do it a variety of ways running the football. How about that last run? Had a little shake and bake to it there, didn't he?
He did.
Kind of reminded me of when he was in Wisconsin and what he did in Nebraska. His last year there, 408 yards in a single game. At that time, that was the NCAA rushing record, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then a week later, Samaje Perine broke his record with 427 yards against Kansas.
Let's continue to run this bitch down his throat.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look to grab a late lead. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he
You
will
can
get
hit us.
in
We still getting
across
in
the
some.
chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Melvin Gordon with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
Talk so highly of the run
Chargers
game, but
have
when I
taken
decided
the
to actually
lead.
run the ball,
They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
that's the thing about it. I'm just really trying to run.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
We have another few number blitzes.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Yeah, I could close the door whenever I was ready to. I just want to make it interesting.
A beautiful fake. Caught left side, Williams. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it indeed. Here come the flags. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the pistol, they run with Gordon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
He ain't got no hope. And I can hit his ass with a play action right now. He'd be done. This boy is selling out for the run.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gordon. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
That's the whole point.
And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter. Do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage
up
front. I want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers, running a quick slant or something like that.
And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the 1st. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, they've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too.
Walk it, back it, tuck it. Walk it, back it, tuck it.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves.
It ain't their ball.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch, counter punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Walk it like a tuck it.
Victory 90, black 11.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they'll indeed take a knee. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And this not always an easy proposition, Charles. You had a West Coast team that traveled east, but they got the job done.
And there's so much that goes into